nicer weather today. Still a lot of clouds, but it's sunny. I guess just a quick note first. Yesterday with that video, I just realized it was so laggy afterwards. I think I know what the issue is. It's actually related to the file with the drone. I believe it's the codec related. I'll dive into it a bit later as I do more tests today. I guess with that in mind first, what did I read today? It was kind of interesting. Apparently there was a huge, drone crash of sort? This one says, PAF reconnaissance drone crashes near popular Bukidnon resort. Imagine that, crashing near a resort. It says an Israeli-made unmanned aerial vehicle of the Philippine Air Force crashed near a popular mountain resort in Bagnon town in Bukidnon province on Saturday afternoon, May 28th. The military reported no casualties or major damage to any private property. The Hermes 900 medium altitude long endurance UAV was a drone intended for military intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance operations. So I guess that's a good thing in terms of no casualties and so forth. Just Major Francisco Guerrero, the spokesperson of the Army's 4th Infantry Division, said the drone fell in the vicinity of Ultra Winds Mountain Resort in Bagnon town. The resort is near the old Lambia Airport of Cagayan de Oro, where the PAP's Tactical Operations Group in northern Mindanao is based. It took off from the Lambia Airport around 9:30 a.m. for a functional check flight, ascending some 10,000 feet. After finding the FCF procedure to be satisfactory, the pilots declared determination of the test and started to descend 5,000 feet, 1.5 miles east of Lambia Airport. And then he said communication with the UAV was lost at around 11:46. All emergency procedures were performed and field service representatives were called for troubleshooting. So it doesn't sound like they know exactly what happened, but I guess it's fortunate that nobody was hurt or anything like that. And this was interesting with all the news about things like processors that are coming out because of things like Computex and all that with tech. Apparently there was a leak of NVIDIA's future graphics card. This one says alleged specifications of NVIDIA RTX 4090, 4080, 4070, and 4060 Ada Lovelace leak. And they show a picture in terms of what the alleged, specs are for different models, and it says the biggest jump in performance is expected from the top dog RTX 4090, which is purported to pack 53% more CUDA cores compared to the RTX 3090. Pair that with potentially higher IPC or higher clocks on the upcoming Ada Lovelace architecture, and the 4090 could even end up being nearly twice faster than its predecessor. And then they say for the lower ends, they feature 23%, 25%, and 28% more CUDA cores compared to the RTX 3080, 3070, and 3060. That sounds like a big jump if this is all true anyways. I think the current generation graphics cards are still so expensive. With that thought of graphics card, this actually might be related as I do more tests with the Nano Plus. In terms of that huge weird lag yesterday, the video actually looked fine to me at first when you're playing it. It looked really sharp. Really nice actually for a micro drone. And I was wondering, hey, what's going on? Why does it look so laggy at times when you're actually playing it back after it's exported? I think just from all the troubleshooting and so forth, I believe it has to do with the codec in terms of the video, because you can do things, for example, like H.264 or 265. I was actually using the 265. I didn't think there should be an issue, but for whatever reason, it just didn't, cooperate afterwards on the actual export. I think that's the issue, so I'll do the test today where I'll record everything in H.264. Now, there could be a theory where there's something wrong, I don't know, with a codec or whatever that they're using, or for whatever reason, it's just too demanding, for example, in terms of CPU power and all that, and graphics processor, which would actually make sense with the lag and all that. Because I did read from some people that are used to, for example, the Autel ecosystem, where for other drone products that they use, people have had issues with some of their codecs and so forth. So we'll see. Couple of flights seemed okay again. It was actually a good test because at times there were brief gusts of wind. Even though I was just standing there, for example, and just capturing a pan, it seemed like it was perfectly fine, so that's good. I guess just to test whether or not, for example, it is the codec. Just for the heck of it right now as I'm talking, you're gonna see one video where I did record it in H.265. so you can see whether or not it's going to be smooth, and then the other one is H.264. So if that one looks perfectly fine, then I can conclude it is the codec for whatever reason. I think that was pretty fair to say that passed the wind test if you just want to, for example, fly it up and do pans and so forth. Once again, everything looks sharp. Now it's just a matter of, again, bringing it home and see if everything works. Hopefully it does. And is there any negative I saw today? I don't know if it's a negative, but I couldn't find any picture profiles, like a log profile, for example. And I think it was due to the fact that I'm using all manual modes. It seemed like it was only available when you're doing it in automatic, which kind of defeats the purpose. Because if someone's using something like a log color profile, I'd imagine they want to edit it and all that. Alright, see you guys later.